How's it going, guys? My name is Zam, and welcome to the second Road to Elite episode. This will be the games 11 to 20 of my Weekend League experience that I just did a few days ago on the Weekend League. Okay, so this video, basically, one thing I'm just going to quickly do is add a win to my little ratio down below, because I did, while one of the games that was supposed to be in this episode actually was corrupt. For some reason, my Elgato stopped recording it midway through because like my hard drive got filled up or something, but I couldn't get that back. There was no way I could get the files from that, but I did win it, I think about 4-1 or something. You're going to have to take my word for that, but once I get to the end and show you how many wins I've actually got on the game, you'll obviously be able to believe me. But that's pretty much it. If you don't know how this series works, go back into the first episode, like the first video posted 2 days ago, and just look at that video. I explain a little bit more. Basically, I just play the Weekend League and I talk to you about how I did, pretty much. So the fourth episode will contain my rewards on the Thursday, so it will be uploaded on the Thursday. And that's pretty much it. So let's just get into the highlights. Okay, so jumping into the first game, this is the 11th game, well technically 12th because I didn't show you one of them, but that team is ridiculous. He had the Red Eriksson, so I was very terrified of this guy because I could tell he was going to be a good Weekend League player. And straight away from kickoff he goes 1-0 up, and then with Heung-min Son he goes 2-0 up. It looks like I'm going to get destroyed, but then I'm here with Alessandrini. Do a little 1-2, and then he bangs that in top bins. It was a very, very good finish from Alessandrini. Eriksson again on the ball. Obviously, he's in form. He's very good, and he finishes that off. So I'm 3-1 down. Not the greatest of starts. But after half-time, I threw the Alessandrini. I cross it over to Lozano, and he headers it in. That was a decent goal. And then Alessandrini, once again, is through on the ball, and he puts it away. I was so happy at this point. Then he with Son, and then he gets it back with Eriksson, and that's just a ridiculous finish from Eriksson. I mean, he's a good player, so I'm not too surprised. But then Alessandrini is through again, and he gets tackled in the box by Bellerin. Once again, I'm not too sure if it was a penalty. It was a little bit harsh to give me that, but Dybala is obviously going to step up for it, and he does put it away. Lozano into Dybala, and then I do a little Berber spin. Well, it's now called stop and turn, but then I put that in bottom corner. Very, very good goal. And then once more, Lozano's through, and he does finish it off right before 90th minute. So I won that game 6-4 against an obvious Weekend League player because he had that red card. I was very happy with that. Next team, pretty average team. Bit of French La Liga, Premier League hybrid going on. 10th minute, score with Lozano. Literally, the front three people are just ridiculous in this team. I mention that all the time, but they are just so good. Benzema gets a very lucky goal. Lloris got a foot to it, but it still went in. And then once again, Benzema scores again. Like, it's just, it's a little annoying. And then he's on the ball again. He passes it to Modric, and he's the one who scores. Now I'm 3-1 down, so it's not a good result. But I was 3-1 down the last game, so you'd ever know. Matuidi finishes that off. Matuidi is an amazing player. I mention this every video, but he's too good to not let you guys know about him. He's just so good. Alessandrini scores, making it 4-3. So we're very much in this game. It's a pretty even game. And then just after, I got the ball from kickoff and I scored. I'm pretty sure that was. So the kickoff glitch does sort of take effect if your opponent has the kickoff and then you tackle them early on. I think it still sort of takes effect, which is a little bit retarded, but that's how it is. So I'm up 1-0 at this point. Jordi Alba slid in, and he nearly did the most amazing block I've ever seen, but sadly he didn't. And then Thierry Henry, which he subbed on, I'm assuming, wins them the game, 6-5. Another game against 93 Thierry Henry. Literally, I versed him in pretty much every game in the Weekend League. It was ridiculous, but Matuidi getting on the score sheet again. And then he has a a free kick. And he just passes it in. I hate it when I concede those goals, but I can't really do anything about them. Then Alessandrini scores a banger. That was actually a really good goal, in my opinion. Modric gets the ball, and there's another penalty. Like, once again, he slid. It was an obvious penalty this time. He slid in after I passed the ball and just took Modric out. So Dybala, once again, is going to score. He's got very good penalties on this game. And Modric, that is a very good goal. He just dribbles in and out, and then he just bags it top bins. That is what Modric can do. He's also a very good player. Here's the next team. Something I want to mention is Koscielny. Now, originally I had Koscielny and Carl Walker in my defense. Eventually, because Koscielny, he just wasn't good for me. He wasn't good. I didn't like him, but eventually I swapped out Koscielny and Walker for Bailly and Valencia, and I really like both of them. So it worked perfectly because it got chemistry because of the United link. So here we go, 3-2 now. 70th minute, and he's through. He gets the ball with Jesus. Jesus scores that. He's still really overpowered on this game. 89th minute, through with Lozano, and he does a really nice chip. Would have been really good to win that game after that goal, but sadly I did lose it 4-3. I wasn't too bummed about that game. Next team, this team, Mane, Del Piero, and Ronaldo is just ridiculous. And Del Piero is the most overpowered player I've versed on this game. The Ronaldo scores, very lucky goal. It was like a deflection. Mane, deflection. This game just wasn't going too well for me at the start. Score with Alessandrini, making it 2-1. Then he gets this goal. Now, I don't know how, but Mertens... Oh, sorry, this wasn't this goal. Sorry, Modric actually scored an own goal here. He wasn't using Mertens. I'm thinking of a different game. Modric scored an own goal header. I was so annoyed about that game, about that goal, because I thought I was back in it. It was 2-1. I had a decent chance of getting a result, but Modric goes and does that. I did get one back again. Then Ronaldo does some sort of scissor kick thing. And it's Ronaldo. He's going to score goals like that. He just is. Alessandrini, I scored... That's another kickoff goal. Most of the goals I scored against this guy were kickoff glitches, but I don't mind too bad. And then, apparently, Varane gave away a penalty there. I don't think that was a penalty. Well, it was a penalty, so I'm not going to complain. And then Ronaldo finishes it off. You get pretty lucky with Lozano, get a tackle as defender, making it 6-4. But there wasn't enough. Another loss on the record. Not looking as good as I was in the first episode, but... Next team, he's got that informed Alessandrini, who I'm absolutely terrified of. Obviously, I use him, and he's ridiculous. But yeah, I go 1-0 down straight away because of Lacazette. And Alessandrini scores a volley there. It's good having players that can finish those off. Although they're easy chances, some players will absolutely sky those, which does get very annoying. But yeah, there we go. I go 5-1 down, 90th minute, I score with Dybala. I've said this in the last episode, I'm not going to show the opponent's goals as much. Like, if I just get bummed 10-0, I'm not going to show you the goals because I just don't think there's any point. I'll obviously show you the result. I'm not going to be salty and just not show you the result. But yeah, I did lose that one by quite a lot, like 5-2 or something. Then next game, 1-1 already. Then he does the exact same spin with Martial, and then he scores a tap-in with Dembele. Alessandrini, very good touch to get him past the defenders, and he's going to finish it off, obviously. Martial again, and that's just a ridiculous shot. Martial is so overpowered on this game. So yeah, then I went 6-2 down, 85th minute. I just forfeited. I'm not going to waste my time on games that I know I'm going to lose. Okay, so next goal, I mean, really good pass from Lozano. Not Lozano. Really good pass from Alessandrini, and Lozano with a good finish. Then Dybala has a really nice shot on him there with a finesse shot. Just puts it into the side netting. Another goal, 3-0 up. Lozano scores, and then that gets him the rage quit in the first half. I was obviously going to win that. I was playing really well, so he just left. Don't blame him. This guy had Kante at striker. I was a little confused, but he did change the formation and put Kante in a centre mid position. But this game, once again, I go 2-0 up. Matuidi actually hits the post, which I was a little bit annoyed about, but I scored it anyway. Then Alessandrini scores, making it 3-0, and another rage quit. 2 rage quits, like, back-to-back. They were my 10 games. I've now played 20 games out of last episode and this episode. 11 wins, 20 played, and 20 remaining, obviously. 11 wins, I will take that. Obviously, I've mentioned this before, but I am not an elite player. I was hoping for Gold 3 or Gold 2, obviously, or above. But mainly Gold 3 is what I was hoping for. So here I am at Silver 2. 11 wins out of 20. Pretty decent. Stay tuned on my channel for the 3rd episode. We'll obviously be showing games 21 to 30. That's pretty much it. If you did enjoy the video, then please do leave a like down below. It does help me out a lot. And also subscribe if you want to be updated on all my videos. I post content as much as I can, pretty much. So that's basically it. Thanks for watching. See ya.